With Kespa Cup being the first time fans will see a lot of new rosters in action, they'll be treated to some great games featuring players new and old to the Korean region. This year is no different, as Kespa Cup will feature players returning from the other regions or simply from a break. Along with that, it'll be a good first peek at how these players would do with their new teams. With that, let's take a look at 3 players fans should keep an eye on as the tournament begins. After a very impressive performance with the Flash Wolves in Taiwan, Moojin has made his return to Korea as part of Hanwha Live Esports. He joins a team that has a fairly new roster and will be looking to show that they are one of the top teams in Korea. While expectations were high before, they'll be much higher now for Moojin. As such, fans should keep a close eye on how Moojin performs during the Kespa Cup. If Hanwha wants to make a dark horse run to the finals, a lot of it will rely on a great performance from Moojin. Will Moojin be able to hold his own against the top tier junglers of Korea, or will his amazing performance in Taiwan simply be considered a fluke? We'll find out soon at Kespa Cup. One of the more interesting rosters in Korea is the roster of Kingzone Dragon X. In the mid lane for their roster is their riskiest change in the roster. After playing a single game during the summer split, Pawn makes his return to a main roster as the new mid for Kingzone. Now he faces Kespa Cup as his first challenge. There are many questions surrounding the return of Pawn. Is he fully healthy now? How will he perform against other players? And maybe more importantly for the team, what if Pawn underperforms? If his recent solo queue performances can tell us anything, it's that Pawn should be able to hold his own against the other mid laners at this tournament. But even then, the pressure is on. With no sub mid laner announced at this time, it's likely that Kingzone intends to use Pawn as their only mid through the whole season. If that's the case, they need Pawn to do well, and it needs to begin at Kespa Cup. After an abysmal season, SK Telecom has revamped their entire roster and made a super team. With star power in every single lane, there will be a lot of players to keep an eye on in this team. However, if there was one player fans should keep a very close eye on, it'll be Teddy. There's a few reasons for this. For starters, Teddy used to receive a lot of resources during his time on Jin Air Green Wings. However, on this team, he'll likely play second fiddle to the needs of Khan and Faker. On top of that, the current state of ADCs are fairly weak. As such, it'll be interesting to see how well Teddy can perform on those ADCs. With these two issues combined, there will be a lot of pressure on Teddy to show that he can adapt and continue to dominate bottom lane. Hopefully, it'll still be fairly easy with Mata as your support. That's all for this video, but please comment, like, and subscribe for more sports and esports news and updates. Be sure to click the bell so you don't miss any more videos here on the Game House. From our house to yours.